Graydon House and Harper Audio present Today, Tonight, Forever, a novel by Madeline K. Sneed, performed by Amy Landon. For Miranda, my world's most wonderful surprise. At least it solaces to know that there exists a gold, although I prove it just in time, its distance to behold. It's far, far, treasure to surmise and estimate, the pearl that slipped my simple fingers through, while yet a girl, at school. Dear Sue, you see, I remember. Emily. When the best is gone, I know that other things are not of consequence. The heart wants what it wants, or else it does not care. Emily Dickinson. Athena. The best day of someone's life is always the worst day of somebody else's. This is especially true at a wedding, even more so when you're separated. Since her college graduation, Athena had been a bridesmaid in 17 weddings. 20 if you count being in the house party, which Athena never did, since it was the same as making it onto the junior varsity team, a consolation prize, an afterthought. Not bad, but not good enough for the big time. For most of her 20s, she'd done the whole hog Katherine Heigl 27 dresses, an overpriced and cheaply made gown for every wedding she'd been in, except for the one right after she came out, where the bride insisted Athena wear a tux so that the bride could showcase her acceptance and allyship to the one lesbian she'd ever known. Now, at 33, her Jesus year, as her mother so constantly reminds her, Athena drives down a Floridian highway full of billboards advertising heaven and hell to be a bridesmaid in her 18th wedding. Her longtime family friend, Daisy, is getting married in Watercolor, Florida, a sprawling beachside resort with large spaced-out two-story vacation homes, each painted in a distinct pastel color, like, as the name suggests, a watercolor palette. The wedding party had made their mantra for the weekend, best wedding ever in the history of weddings. Athena knew that, for her, this could never be true. The best wedding Athena had been in was her own, to Sydney, the great light of her life. It was nothing like the other weddings, with their churches and their pomp and circumstance. It was small and full of lights that twinkled from tree branches and wrapped around columns on the back porch of Athena's parents' house. They didn't need a priest. They had their best friend Deacon to marry them, and he recited Dickinson instead of 1 Corinthians, and they danced on the grass in bare feet until the neighbors complained about the noise. There was no prayer, but they still felt blessed. It was the happiest day of Athena's life. Now, after 6 years, they are divorcing. The papers are due in the mail next week. They have been separated for 8 months, and soon it will be official. Divorce does not suit Athena. She's been too busy burying herself in work to do anything about it. It's as if she believes that sorting through the fragments of Emily Dickinson's envelope poems in her tiny, dimly lit cubicle at the University of Houston can help heal her heartbreak, without her ever having to face it straight on. There's always a snag, though, some little reminder of Sydney, who never particularly liked literature. She did, however, love Athena and how much she loved Dickinson, so she had a few favorite poems of her own. Split the Lark, and You'll Find the Music was a much-loved line between the two of them. I like the way it sounds, Sydney explained. It's weird, twisted. Unnecessary bloodshed, uncanny music, Athena said, after they first moved into their house in Montrose when they settled down in Houston, a few months before their marriage. Athena was
Sample complete. Ready to continue?